Hello, everyone. This is the Parks Academy, where we discuss and celebrate all things theme parks related. We focus mainly on Disney parks and resorts in both Anaheim and Orlando. My name is Paige.
My name is Steven.
And today we will be doing a this or that episode, Universal style.
Yeah, this is going to be fun. We have not done Universal Studios yet. And typically with our track record, we should probably jump in and do an ideal day. But we're like, nah, let's just do it this or that.
Yeah, we'll do an ideal day soon.
Yeah. So this is going to be a lot of fun because we are actually going, Paige and I have been to both Florida, and we've also been to Hollywood. So we have a lot to say about them. It was like springtime. We went to Florida, and then we went in winter for Hollywood. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to be asking the questions here. And so I'm going to start out and lob you a pretty easy one, I think.
Okay.
You have to, one or the other, Florida or Hollywood.
Well, I'm going to say Florida.
Okay. Yeah. Because of like what? The amount of rides or?
Well, you've got multiple parks.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's just more to do and more to see, and you're not just right off of a highway.
Yeah. In Hollywood, if you haven't seen it or haven't been there, one of the first things you see is a Minion head just like coming out of a building when you're going down the highway.
Right.
It's really unsettling.
Right. It just still feels like you're just plopped down in the middle of Los Angeles. Although
Yeah.
I think I like the city walk better
In LA.
in LA.
Yeah.
I really like the city walk
Mhm.
in Florida, but in terms of overall which one I like better, I think I like the Florida one. I think it's just bigger. Same reason that I like Disney World better than Disneyland. It's bigger, more to see, more to do.
You're killing me. I prefer the one in Hollywood, and it is strictly because of the Backlot tour. You cannot do the Backlot tour in Florida, and it is one of the best things ever. One of my this or that questions was going to be do the Backlot tour or just not go at all. Like only do the Backlot tour or just not go at all. But I scrapped that one. But the Backlot tour, folks, is so good.
Do you have another question about the Backlot tour?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll jump into that in a minute.
Yeah. So
okay.
because I want to kind of tell the people about the Backlot tour a little bit, but I don't want to jump the gun.
Yeah. Okay. So this one's more in Florida. Would you rather do Universal Studios in Florida? We're not going to talk about Volcano Bay. That's an entirely different thing.
Mm-hmm.
Universal Studios in Florida or Islands of Adventure.
There you go.
I swapped the plurals.
That's okay. Okay, so this is tricky because Harry Potter World is split between both parks.
Mm-hmm. Oh, just you wait. There's more. There's Harry Potter to come.
Oh, I'm sure.
And real quick, before you answer, the way that I geek out over Star Wars is how Paige is about Harry Potter. So strap on because or hold on tight or whatever. It's late here. We're recording later than we should be. So we're a little bit delirious. Don't talk about the show on the show. What are we doing? Paige is like a total geek about Harry Potter. So you are split between a Mead and an Alley. But that's not the question. Like,
I know.
Islands of Adventure or the titular Universal.
Okay, so Universal Studios has like the different areas such as New York and Hollywood and the Simpsons area and the little kids area, and that's where Diagon Alley is. But then Islands of Adventure has like Dr. Seuss and the little cartoon area and the Marvel area and Hogsmede and Jurassic Park. Like there's so many.
Would you like me to give my answer?
Well, so I think that Islands of Adventure for me has more of my favorite rides.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So
and they have some new stuff too.
Right. So I think I'd have to say Islands of Adventure because I like more of the rides there.
I'm going to go ahead and say Universal Studios because I've never been to Islands of Adventure. When we went, I've only been one time in Florida, and when we went super last minute. So much so that I was wearing flip-flops because I did not know we were going to a theme park.
Yes.
We actually just went to go check out the City Walk and just kind of take a day off from being in Disney.
Jokes on us.
We ended up in line, like, let's just see how much the tickets cost. And then we go in and I'm like, let's just see how much like that front of the line access costs. So I haven't actually been to Islands of Adventure. So I'm just going to safely say Universal Studios. But the thing is that I would have said that anyway, because I am such a big Simpsons fan. I've probably seen, I'm just going to say seasons 1 through 10, which a lot of people say are like the only good seasons. I've probably seen season 1 through 10 probably like 7 or 8 times in its entirety. I love that show so much. So, yeah, I would have to go with Universal Studios. And also, I just like it. It's cool. I don't know. It feels, I think for me, it feels much more like, what you would get in Hollywood. So I don't know. I like it, but I do really, really, really want to go to, Islands of Adventure. I feel like I'm going to just botch that every time. I really do want to go to Islands of Adventure soon, because I really want to ride Velocicoaster. I've heard so many good things.
And you have Hagrid's.
Yeah, which
there also.
You haven't been on yet.
I have not, but I didn't even include the Velocicoaster and Hagrid's in my saying I like the rides better at Islands of Adventure. So if that tells you anything, now there's 2 massively popular rides also in Islands of Adventure that I was not even taking into consideration.
I know. So are you sticking with Islands of Adventure then?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Third one, you ready?
I'm ready.
The Secret Life of Pets ride or the Minions 3D show.
Oh no, this is like, which one's worse?
I know.
It's
like,
one?
Would you rather get your hand cut off or your foot cut off? You just kind of have to.
Oh goodness.
And keep in mind, we haven't been on Secret Life of Pets, but
No.
I've seen like video footage. You know what it's like?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a dark ride, kind of. Yeah.
The Minions ride is not intolerable.
Well,
like the ride is not intolerable.
Yeah.
Minions are fairly intolerable,
yeah.
but the ride was not.
Banana. Is that what they say? Banana or
I
something?
don't know. We have a 10-month-old. This was like.
Oh, no. She does not get to know that Minions exist.
Well, what I was going to say was like, we missed this phase because we were like too old for it, but our kid is too young for it. So we just. Yeah.
Yeah. I would venture to say we dodged it.
Yes,
As opposed to-
precisely.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know, but I think probably the actual ride mechanism of the Minions ride.
Yeah. I would probably end up going with Secret Life of Pets because the queue looks really fun and there's like animatronics in it. We actually watched that movie together one day when we first got married, and I thought it was kind of okay. And also I think dark rides are fun and the animatronics are cool. The 3D rides are okay for me. I don't really even remember much about the Minions ride except that it was like a 3D kind of, I guess, 4D sort of experience.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, but I'm personally, I'm going to go with Secret Life of Pets on this one.
Okay.
All right. It's going to get harder. Don't you worry.
Oh, well, there's so many things that I want to talk about when we do our ideal day. It's like all spinning through my head. So I'm excited to see what else you have for me.
I'm actually going to switch up a couple of the orders here because I want to save some of the ones that are really going to trouble you for later. Okay. Would you rather have a Lard Lad donut from Springfield or a Butterbeer?
This one is so easy.
Right, the donut, of course.
No, the Butterbeer.
Yeah.
I would actually have a Butterbeer every single day if I could.
Have you had the donut?
I think I tried your donut last time. You got a Duff beer and a donut.
Yeah.
And I had a bite of your donut.
Yeah.
It was massive.
And I got a Krusty Burger, which, let's be clear, the Krusty Burger is nasty. It's so
It
bad.
is not crusty, but
No,
it is not
if
a good burger.
If you know the show, you understand.
Yes, but the people
Krusty the
might
Crab
not
Burger.
know.
Krusty the Crab. Krusty the Clown Burger. Oh
You're
man.
gonna break into the Krusty Krab pizza song next.
Hey, they do have SpongeBob there, so you know. Yeah, so I think that I'm with you. I would rather have a Butterbeer.
It's so good. It is so good.
Yeah, I was gonna do like Duff beer versus Butterbeer, but I know you don't drink. You don't really like beer.
Yeah, it's not my favorite.
Although you would like a Duff beer because it's kind of like a Coors,
Okay,
so you'd
well,
probably like
I'll
it.
give it a try.
Um,
Well, here's the thing, folks.
yeah,
When Steven and I were in college, we actually made butterbeer regularly. Like,
yeah,
it's
we
super
did.
easy to make it. We just did like cream soda and butterscotch syrup and vanilla ice cream
Yep.
and made sort of a frozen milkshakey
Yeah,
version of
you
it.
could add a little bit of ice into it to kind of sort of make it a little more like
Yeah.
with ice. But
Good description.
yeah, we haven't made one in a while, but they're very good.
Yeah, so you can make it at home. It's not nearly as good or exactly the same as the one in the park, but yeah, butterbeer all day.
When we were the thing with the Lard Lad donuts is that they're really big. They're like the size of your hand.
Dude, to try to say that 5 times fast.
Lard Lad donuts, Lard Lad donuts, Lard Lad donuts, Lard Lad donuts, Lard Lad donuts.
Very nice.
Yeah, man, I don't mess around. They're really big and they're very good, but I don't love strawberry icing on my donuts, so I'm going with butterbeer. It's a classic. It's super good.
It is so good.
All right, we are plowing through these, but
That's okay.
it will get harder. Maybe. Okay. You have to pick between the Amazing Adventures of Spider-Man or the Transformers ride.
Ooh, those are fairly comparable.
Yeah, and they're both. Well, I haven't been on Spider-Man, but the Transformers ride is crazy cool.
Okay, so the Transformers ride is very cool, but the Spider-Man ride actually was one of my favorite rides when I first went to Universal. I was not a big roller coaster person the very first time I went, so this was a cool, thrilling kind of ride. Um, is it classified as a 4D ride?
Well, I was gonna ask, is it like going on? I mean, is it like kind of like Transformers with like screens and stuff? I don't really know how
Yeah.
it goes.
Yeah,
Although
well,
I have heard, and I don't know if this is popular or not, but I have heard that people actually like the Universal Spider-Man ride better than they like Web Slingers and DCA.
Okay, so that was my first thought was when I saw that DCA was doing web slingers, I was like, that's so much like the Spider-Man ride,
Yeah.
except you're then interacting and scoring the points.
We're getting off the main road, but I've seen a lot of footage of Web Slingers, and it looks not great to me.
Well, it just seems a little weird that you can buy something extra to score extra points.
Yeah, well,
It seems
you know,
not equitable.
Chapek's gonna Chapek.
Anyway,
That
back
should
to
be a
the
t-shirt,
question.
dude. We should make those. Hashtag Chapek's gonna Chapek.
Can you make one about him corralling the people before the run Disney run?
Yeah, man.
Okay,
Holy
so back to the
smokes.
question at hand here.
Amazing Adventures of Spider-Man or Transformers the ride.
So they're both like 3D, but
Mm-hmm.
you're like riding through. It's not trackless,
like
I don't think.
I don't know, but it's really intense. I mean, it's like it's not your mother's 3D 4D experience.
No, you're in a cart and
it's
you're
legit.
actually whipping through New York City,
Yeah.
and in Transformers, you're also
Chicago.
I
Where's Transformers done?
I don't know.
It's like in some
Ask Shia LaBeouf. I don't know.
Yeah. I could ask Machine Gun Kelly. He'll know.
It's good reference.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think I'd have to go with Spider-Man on this one. They're both super cool. I really liked Transformers when I was in high school for some random reason. I was like really into Transformers movies.
Yeah.
But I also love the Spider-Man franchises, so it's not even like a preference of just the movie itself. It's, I think, the Spider-Man ride.
I haven't been on Spider-Man, like I said, so what I like about the idea of the Spider-Man one, and frankly the entire Marvel area in Universal, is that it is comic book heavy. So it's not, it really isn't like the MCU in any way. It's very comic book heavy. So I like that idea, and I think that I'd prefer to go on that one. Time was I liked Transformers when I was younger, and then in early high school, my best friend and I one day wanted to do an entire like Transformers marathon where we were just like, come one, come all. We're gonna just play the movie, and if you want to show up and watch, you can. And then halfway through the first one, we were like, what are we doing? And we ended up turning it off, and like 7 people showed up to watch it, but we turned it off because we didn't really want to do it anymore.
Oh, how fun.
Okay. There's 4 more, but I do guarantee you that these next 4 are actually going to harness a little bit of conversation.
Okay.
Okay, you ready for this one?
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Take a deep breath. You can either go on Forbidden Journey or Escape from Gringotts.
No. Okay.
Okay. Oh my gosh.
Okay. These are 2 of the best rides I've ever ridden in my life.
Forbidden Journey's terrifying.
Guys. Steven and I rode the Forbidden Journey, and I thought Steven was not going to make it.
It was really spooky. Was it Dementors?
Dementors came down, and Steven was going, oh my gosh. Oh my god. I thought he was actually having a panic attack.
They're like inches away. Inches. They're probably 2 or 3 feet away from your face. That's
But
really,
Steven,
really scary.
Real.
I know they're okay. What have I told you? We had this conversation not 48 hours ago about Pirates of the Caribbean, where I said the guy who's drunk up on the bridge, I'm afraid that he's going to become detached and he's going to fall on me.
Okay,
I'm not afraid he's real.
But you were how old when we rode the Forbidden Journey?
24? 25.
Yeah.
I was probably 25.
You were well into your 20s.
Okay.
And you could realize that the animatronic was not going to come at you and
again
suck the soul out of your face.
Good grief, you're not listening to me.
It
literally could have been, I almost said Bugs Bunny, but who the heck knows that? Why would I say Bugs Bunny? No, I mean, it's like you are at the mercy of these big machines, and I typically trust it. But when I'm coming that close to something, either it can, like, I don't know, like get a little bit too close to me, or the ride vehicle can get a little too close to it. And then at some point we're like touching, and I do not want that because I feel like it's going to be really upsetting if that happens. And so that ride really freaked me out. It's very good. We went on it multiple times, but both times I just wanted off.
You were like, that was it for you.
Yeah.
So both of these rides are absolutely incredible. I mean, the technology, the theming, the quality of the queue even. So the Forbidden Journey, the whole queue is, you're going through Hogwarts.
It's really, really cool.
And you go even through, their herbology classroom and the whole thing. It's amazing.
With the screaming trees.
Yes. And then Gringotts, I mean, for
Can I just
Pete's
say,
sake,
Gringotts is to me, Rise of the Resistance quality.
I agree with that.
So whereas Forbidden Journey is kind of like Millennium Falcon. It's really great, but to me, Escape from Gringotts was so cool. What I did not like about it is we did spend a lot of time outside in the queue. And so that was kind of like
going back and forth before we got inside.
Yeah, and so that was kind of lame. But once we were inside, like actually going through Gringotts was really cool, and seeing all the goblins. I almost said elves, but I was like, that's not right. All the goblins, I don't know, like foreclosing houses or whatever they do.
Close enough.
And yeah, that was really cool. And then I remember like when we actually got into the mine area, we had to like go up a spiral staircase, I think. Am I misremembering that? We had to go up like a little
ride?
Yeah, like right before you entered the ride, we had to like go up a staircase.
Oh, in the queue.
Right.
Yeah.
It was so cool. Yeah. And like you were in a cave.
Well, because you're actually descending down when you're on the ride. It's making you feel like you're inside of Gringotts going down to your vault.
It is a very good ride.
It's amazing.
So I would personally go with Gringotts if I had to choose between the two of them. Plus, I love. We'll talk about this one, but I love the dragon up on top of there.
Okay, so we rode. Which one did we ride in Hollywood together?
We rode in Hollywood. We rode
the Forbidden Journey
because they have Hogsmede, Diagon Alley. Hogsmede. Which one is the one with? Yeah, they have Hogsmede there.
They have Diagon Alley in Florida.
Yeah.
I think I think I'm gonna have to go with the Forbidden Journey because
Really?
taking into account also the queue
The queue is very good.
and traveling through Hogwarts and
Uh-huh.
being able to interact with the characters even in the queue line when they have them like in various parts of the castle,
Right.
the video screen versions of them, but still,
No, it's really well done.
it is
Yeah,
so
it's
well
really
done.
good.
I think from start to finish, I'm gonna have to go with the Forbidden Journey.
There's like this I mean it's not unspoken, but there is like this sort of thought that Universal rides are a little bit better in quality than some Disney rides. I think Disney's catching up, but Universal rides like knock it out of the park. They're very good.
I wonder too if that is because they have fewer attractions that they have been able to either update or replace with more modern technology more easily because there's less that they're trying to do. Do you know what I mean? Like
Maybe.
Disney has so many things going at one time and so many attractions that are really old that they're trying to keep around because people would fight tooth and nail if they tried to replace them or get rid of them.
Yeah.
And Universal, nobody's like, you cannot get rid of the Dr. Seuss ride.
Some people might, but
But
I
it's
hear
like,
ya.
okay, well, we have this Dr. Seuss land that
Yeah.
people take their kids and adults go and enjoy it. But they can add in really cool new things, even like the Jimmy Fallon ride.
That ride was super cool.
Throwing that in and adding that, I love that ride so much.
Yeah, that's a cool ride. This isn't on our topic, but that's a cool ride because I love the pound sign panda. He's super cool. And we actually
We
thought it
got
might
a
have been
selfie with him.
we thought it might have been Jimmy Fallon walking around in a panda costume. We're like, is this happening? Are we
We
doing
were
this?
hoping.
And I don't think it was, but that is a very cool ride, and it's so much like the Rockefeller Center that it's really great. You ready for the next one, or do you want to?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, did you pick? Oh, you picked Gringotts.
Yeah, I would go on Gringotts.
Okay.
I'd pick Gringotts.
Then yes, I'm ready.
Okay. Similarly but different. Whoa. My voice cracked. That's staying in. Okay, you have to either go to Hogsmede or Diagon Alley. You have to pick one.
Steven.
So you've got this big old dragon up on top of Gringotts that breathes fire every handful of moments. And then you have these beautiful light shows on Hogwarts. Which, if you think about it, is an upsetting name, Hogwarts.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, you have to pick one of those.
Okay.
You can get Butterbeer at both. You can get wands at both.
Okay. Here's my thought process.
All right.
I went to Hogsmeade first before I went to Diagon Alley. I remember seeing them building Diagon Alley.
Mm-hmm.
Hogsmeade, stunning views of Hogwarts, the castle.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Amazing, fantastic, beautiful. The shows at Christmas time with the snowflakes and the music, feeling like you're there at the actual castle. Spectacular. Better, hot take, better than any Disney nighttime show.
Okay, that's fair.
That's my opinion.
Sure.
The interaction with the wands at all of the shops in Hogsmeade.
Do they do that in
Diagon Alley? I'm not sure.
No, hang on. Did they do that in Florida, or is that just Hollywood where they do that?
No, I'm pretty sure they do that in Florida.
Do they? Okay.
So don't quote me on that because we bought the wands that are interactive when
And
we went to Hollywood.
Boy, do I have a story about buying a wand.
So we've only purchased those in Hollywood. So
Yeah.
I have not been to Florida since I had the interactive wand. So we'd have to check on that.
Sounds like we got to go back.
Sounds like we'll have to go. It's research purposes.
Yeah, it's for the show.
It's for the show. It's for research. Okay. When I went to Diagon Alley the first time.
Which was with me, right?
With you.
Yeah.
Yep. You went to get yourself some food or something. And I turned the corner.
No, I snuck off to get those good passes for the front of the line.
That's right. Yeah, you went to go get the fast pass equivalent.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And I turned the corner to Diagon Alley and I cried. I
Yeah.
literally cried. I am an adult, and I cried when I walked into Diagon
I was
Alley.
speechless when I was in Batu for the first time, so it's fair.
It just, I grew up with my mom reading me these books.
Mm-hmm.
As a little girl, every night my mom would read these books to me. Every year, my birthday is at the end of November when all of the big popular movies come out around Thanksgiving time. So we always had my birthday party going to see these movies. I dress up. I have the full-length Gryffindor outfit. I have the
The robes,
wand.
yeah.
I've got it all.
There was a Christmas where I bought you a full-size Gryffindor robe.
There was.
And the blanket that's currently wrapped around
I
you,
am
actually.
I am snuggled up in a blanket right now because
a
it's cold in our
Hogwarts
basement.
blanket, yeah.
Hogwarts.
What did I say? Hogwarts?
You said Hogwarts.
Hey,
All the plural.
well, they better find a good dermatologist.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. They both have incredible things. Gringotts is spectacular. The dragon breathing fire.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to say Hogsmede because of the time of year we went and how magical it felt around Christmas
The Christmas
time.
one, yeah.
I think going when it's supposed to be snowy, like when you think of Hogsmede, you
Oh,
think
there
of
was snow in
them
the
going.
castle, wasn't there?
Well, they had the snow digitally on the castle
I thought that there was like actual fake snow on the castle.
on the roofs
Yeah.
in Hogsmede.
But then they had like a very nice show.
A projection.
Yeah, with
Right.
projected stuff.
Right.
That was super cool.
So I think because that is what I envision when I think of Hogsmeade is like at winter time
Yeah.
when they would get to go. Yeah, see,
Yeah.
I hear the music
Yep.
in my head, and that's what I picture.
Yeah.
And so I think I'd have to go with Hogsmeade.
Okay. I like Hogsmeade a lot. I have a very bad taste in my mouth because I got made fun of by someone at a when I was trying to buy. Okay, so I like
At Ollivanders.
I dug my heels in about buying a wand because I was like, I didn't grow up watching Harry Potter. That's a different story. But I didn't grow up watching Harry Potter, and so I don't have that nostalgic feel to it. But I kind of wanted a wand because I just wanted to fit in. And I'm a Slytherin because that's just how I was housed. And we actually, Paige and I did the Warner Brothers studio tour, which was like so amazing in Hollywood. This was the same trip, and they had like they actually had a station where you could try on the
sorting hat,
the fitting room hat, and he actually got Paige with Gryffindor, and I did get Slytherin, which was very exciting.
So it actually somehow crazy pants
it actually
knew
knew
our houses.
But no joke, I am a Slytherin. So because of that, the dude who was like helping me pick out a wand, which I didn't need help, like I can find my own wand, thank you.
That was a very Slytherin thing to say.
He was being mean.
He was being mean. He
made me feel so
hard.
bad about everything. Like he made fun of my shoes. He just made me feel so bad. And I'm like, they would never do this in Galaxy's Edge. They would tell you you're like a galactic hero and thank you for saving the galaxy. So anyways, bad taste in my mouth for that. But we did meet our good friend Shirley there.
Yes,
who was
Shirley.
So clutch.
Guys, make friends with the cast members in parks.
They're super cool.
It is worth it. We have since connected with Shirley on the internet.
Yeah.
And it is so fun to be connected with your little cast member friend that you made in the park.
What house was she?
Hufflepuff, but
yeah, that makes sense.
On that day, but she dresses up for all kinds of things. So Shirley, if you're listening, we miss you, friend.
That would be the wildest thing ever because we met her like for a minute. Although I think we went back the next day to say goodbye.
We did. We went back again, but also we follow each other on Instagram. So hi, Shirley.
So anyways, I'm going with Diagon Alley. I waited for way too long to get a picture of that stupid dragon breathing fire, and I think I missed it because we had something else to do. I really like it in there. I think it's super cool. And you can still get all the treats that you want to get, like butterbeer and the good food and stuff like that. So
perfect.
And that was my first experience there.
Right.
And also, Springfield's right across the water.
Not a problem.
So I like that. Okay. Here we go. Crack my knuckles. You can either go to Halloween Horror Nights or Christmas, Grinchmas, or holidays at Universal Resort.
This is the only time you'll ever hear me say this ever
Uh-huh.
in life. I'm choosing Christmas over Halloween.
Yeah. But you don't like Halloween Horror Nights is kind of about like zombies and gore and like
Correct.
being scared.
Like The Walking Dead.
Yeah, but I don't. Yeah, and like Grinchmas was something else.
Guys, Grinchmas was one of my favorite experiences.
Do you know if they do
ever.
Grinchmas in Florida?
Oh, we'd have to find that out. Okay, so while Steven is checking on that, when we went
The Islands of Adventure, they do Grinchmas. Yeah,
Sea Islands
It's
of
really-
Adventure's the best.
it's really good.
Okay, so in Hollywood, when we went to Grinchmas, they had this little show where the Grinch would get up and ruin the little mayor's speech, and everyone would sing the little Whoville song, and Cindy Lou Who came out, and you could get your picture with the Grinch and Max, and we met him and talked to him, the Grinch and the dog, not just the dog.
He was like a spitting image of Jim Carrey. It was
he looked
crazy.
exactly like
The
him.
yellow eyes, the stanky teeth, like
And
it was
he
something.
was exactly like him in personality and
Yeah.
in mannerisms.
Uh-huh.
It was amazing. It was so amazing. And he was sassy and he was so fun to talk to. The theming was adorable.
Yeah.
It felt like the whole area was just Christmas and magical. And it felt like you walked onto the set of the film.
It was really cool. Yeah, the nighttime show where the Grinch and Martha Mayhew and all them like were up there and they had the big crooked tree.
I know.
It was really neat. And I've actually the live action Grinchmas movie has like really grown on me a lot. I actually really I used
Had
to
you
not
ever
like it.
seen it before you met me?
No, I had not seen
Okay.
it before. But I was kind of one of those like purists who only liked the cartoon.
Okay, so here's the deal with that. Steven has branched out in his pop culture since he's met me for a lot of different, aspects of pop culture, but the live action Grinch is one of my favorite Christmas movies.
It's really good.
I think Jim Carrey is amazing in that movie. I think he just embodies the Grinch perfectly. I think it's hilarious and sassy and so quotable. But also I love Where Are You Christmas? It's like one of my favorite.
That's one of our go-to
little
Christmas jams.
scenes. It is so sweet. And
Yeah.
the Faith Hill version is awesome. That's the one they play on the radio. But the little Cindy Lou Who singing Where Are You Christmas? It's just, come on, people.
It's like Nelson Muntz
Does not
crying
get
out for his
better.
father through the window.
It does not get better than that. So
Yeah.
Grinchmas, the only time I will choose Christmas over Halloween, but I don't need all the gory. I don't like zombie stuff. I just
Yeah,
never really got
same.
into it. I never watched The Walking Dead. I kind of missed that whole cultural phase.
Yeah.
But
I
when
watched.
we did the zombie walkthrough
We did the Walking Dead walkthrough in Hollywood, and
in
that was all right.
Hollywood, and I thought I was gonna pee myself.
There was like a little 2-year-old kid in front of us, and he was just like,
They bailed after like
Yeah.
2 minutes because
Yeah.
it was so scary.
I wasn't really, I don't think I was scared of it. It was just a
You-
little.
You were pretty scared.
No, you get out of here.
You were pretty scared.
Um,
Between that and the Forbidden Journey, it was like Dementors and zombies, and Steven had
No,
had
I just
enough.
needed a terrible Krusty Krab burger to like calm my nerves.
So yes, Grinchmas over Halloween Horror Nights.
Yeah. Okay. Before I wrap it up with our final question, I want to give a couple of quick honorable mentions about what I really, really like about Universal Studios in Florida. First of all, that ET ride is one of the best things ever.
It's so fun.
It's really good,
It
man.
is fun.
That ride rocks. Actually, that's the only thing I wanted to say. I think I just really, yeah.
That's your
I
only
really,
thing?
I really like the ET adventure, and they have.
You just wanted to give it a little shout out.
Yeah, it's a great ride. One of the better ones I've ever been on.
So the Simpsons ride is actually pretty fun.
Oh, it's so good.
In
It's so
Universal,
good. Yeah.
it is actually pretty fun.
Yeah,
I'm not a
it's really
huge
good.
Simpsons person like Steven.
You
but
like it though. You think it's fun.
Yeah, no, I really enjoy it.
Yeah, The Simpsons is so good.
I really enjoy it.
One of my all-time. It's like actually one of my all-time favorite TV shows. I actually got a little Simpsons watercolor commission from some artist in the UK like a couple of months ago, and it's really cool. I'll take a picture of it and put it in show notes, but it's a very cool little watercolor of a lineup of when I don't remember. Like it's just really cool. I'll put it in show notes.
Perfect.
Okay, are you ready for this last one?
I sure am.
Okay. So one of these is in Hollywood and one of these is in Florida, and you can only choose one. And I think I'm really gonna get you on this one.
Okay.
Okay. You have to pick one. And that thing that you have to pick is either going on the Hogwarts Express or going on the studio Backlot tour.
Okay. Again, I'm going to verbalize my train of thought here.
Train.
Ha 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 ha. I have never actually been on the Hogwarts Express because when you take the Hogwarts Express, it actually takes you from one park to the other. You go from Diagon Alley to Hogsmede, and I've never done both parks in the same trip. Now, the Hollywood Backlot tour actually takes you to the filming locations of several shows that are currently on television or formerly on television.
Yeah.
For example, The Voice was a big one that we saw.
Yep.
And we did not see any of the coaches when we went, but they kept saying, keep your eyes peeled. Sometimes you'll see them getting out of their car or riding in a golf cart to get to the studios.
Because the soundstage for The Voice is like you literally pass like right by the front door.
Right. So you see several of the sound stages there.
And that was the trip that we were actually thinking about being like in the audience to watch a performance.
Yes, we were looking into options for all kinds of different shows that were filming at that time. So that is really, really neat.
We also were there when they were filming The Good Place.
Yes.
There was some like random show being filmed there that we had to like everyone had to be very quiet and they had to like turn off the engine as we went by or whatever to
it was that Superstore show.
Yeah, we had to like be very,
With
very
America
quiet going through
Ferrera.
that.
Yep.
But yeah, it's so personally, I'm picking the studio Backlot tour every time. Like I am obsessed with that. And if I had to choose between like going to Disneyland for a day or like just going on the studio Backlot tour, it would be a toss up. That's not true. Disneyland every time.
I was going to say, really?
But the Backlot tour is one of those things where you could ride it 3 or 4 or 5 times and it's always different. They'll spit out different facts. You will see different things happening. If you haven't been on this before, it is like unbelievable. You actually get to see a lot of the set for How the Grinch Stole Christmas, which is kind of fun.
Yes, you get to see the actual filming area.
You can see the filming location of Psycho, the original Hitchcock film.
Mm-hmm.
They have from that crazy Tom Cruise War of the Worlds film an entire airplane that's like destroyed, and it's just like you like ride right through a destroyed airplane. They have like some interactive stuff, like a very cool little like Jaws interactive thing where Bruce the shark comes at you. Do you know his name is Bruce?
That sounds familiar.
Yeah.
That's why they named the Nemo shark.
And then they have another kind of cool. They have like an earthquake simulator and a kind of a cool little thing where like you're
down in the subway.
Yeah. Where the subway floods.
Yes.
And then they have this other cool thing where you like with King Kong and the Fast and the Furious.
The Fast and the Furious part.
Yeah. So it is. I mean, it is so cool, and I could literally go on and on and on about it. But yeah, the Backlot tour, like, I would choose that over almost anything.
Yeah, the only thing I would say is I don't know that I can actually choose anything over such an immersive Harry Potter experience. Like for my personal pick.
Yeah.
I think those are both very, very high up there on experiences to do when you go to a Universal Studios park.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know that I can actually say, I'd have to choose the Backlot way above the Hogwarts Express because I haven't done it.
Yeah.
So once I've done the Hogwarts Express, maybe I'll say, I've done it, it's fine.
Yeah.
And I'd rather do the Backlot tour, but I can't compare it because I haven't done it.
I just know that you want to get on Hogwarts Express and sit down and be like, and you are?
And then I just want to buy the whole lot.
I'll take the lot, yeah. and then you'll have your frog jump out the window, and whatever else happens. Does the frog jump out the window? Is that what happens?
Yeah, the chocolate frog.
Yeah, crazy. Yeah, Universal's cool. I think that we could really spend a lot more time talking about content from Universal, and I think it would be fun to do our ideal day. One of the things that I love about Universal Studios is you can do so much of it in one day. When we went in Hollywood, I think we had 2 days there, and it was worth it because there was so much to see and shows and stuff.
And we spent about 3/4 of our trip in either the Grinchmas area or the Harry Potter area.
Yeah, exactly. So, what'd you think? Was that fun?
That was really fun.
Yeah, I thought so.
It made me feel nostalgic for Universal and made me want to go back. So we'll have to
Fun
do that.
fact, I think Universal Studios in Hollywood was the first time I've ever eaten at a Jimmy Buffett's.
In Margaritaville.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I'm not gonna lie, that was pretty good.
It was so fun, wasn't it?
Yeah, I loved that. Okay, that's gonna do it for us. And I do want to say really quick, I should have started the show with this, but I forgot. We are doing a giveaway right now. And so if you go on Instagram, you can check out our giveaway. We are giving away a really cool box lunch exclusive Funko pop of Remy from Ratatouille, actually plating the little Ratatouille plate. And it's really cool. We're really excited about it. We got 2, one for the giveaway and one for us. And I think are you cold?
Yeah, it's
You're like all
freezing
curled
down
up
here.
in a blanket, and it's like 80 degrees outside.
I'm curled up in my Hogwarts blanket.
So jump on Instagram and check that out. We kind of have it all over the place. Obviously, we have merchandise. If you want to buy anything, use the coupon code TP820 to get 20% off any order. Not just your first order, mind you, any order. And you can find us online at theparksacademypod.com. We are on Instagram at theparksacademy. And if you'd like to jump on with us on Patreon for some special content, bonus shows, things like that, we would love to have you there. And I think that's going to wrap it up. We will catch you next time.